Despite all we've achieved, I cannot continue my re-election campaign. The constant media speculation about my future and the campaign finance board's decision to withhold millions of dollars have undermined my ability to raise the funds needed for a serious campaign.
New York City Mayor Eric Adams announcing he is dropping out of the race, ending his re-election bid, narrowing the field as polling shows Mamdani is taking a significant lead against former Governor Andrew Cuomo and GOP candidate Curtis Sliwa. Let's welcome to the show podcast host Ben Ferguson. All right, Ben, it's Eric Adams for being the sitting mayor. I think was polling at like 8.5%. I mean, it's something,
not good.
But it wasn't good. It seems like he did make the right decision, right? I mean, it was the only decision at this point.
No, this has been a cluster since the very beginning. As soon as he got on the outs with the socialists and communists and Marxists of New York City, he was going to be in trouble. And then you got Cuomo, who's a guy that's like, hey, I don't suck as much as the communist socialist guy over here who thinks that we should control your rents and then we hate all Jews. So vote for me instead. Like, this is just a bad group of candidates from the very beginning. I think Adams dropping out is actually the smart thing to do here. It gives Cuomo a chance to try to stop an individual who literally is on a platform of saying that Israel shouldn't exist. That is going to be a big problem, I think, for many people in New York. It's also a bad problem for the world to see that this is the guy that could be running New York City. But this is a conundrum because there's a lot of good people that left New York after COVID lockdowns. They never came back. And now you may see one of America's greatest cities destroyed by a socialist, communist, and Marxist group of people. It's really sad.
Well, the turnout projection is quite low. Somebody I heard say something like 25%, but Mamdani's never gotten over 50%, at least in any of the polls I've seen. And yet Cuomo is still struggling. I mean, he kind of got spanked, quite frankly, in the primary. So do the more moderate people, the even right-leaning people, do they say, yeah, we never thought we'd want to vote for Cuomo, but it's a lot better than Mamdani?
Yeah, look, you may have to have a crossover here. And I think that's part of what this play is by Adams now getting out is, do you want to lose your city? Do you want to turn your city over to a group of people that don't want anybody to go to jail? They don't want there to be anyone that is arrested, that is a guy that has said out loud he wants to abolish all of the New York Police Department. He's like, oh, well, I don't really think that now. I believe him. I believe what he said over his lifetime. And so this is an experiment for a disaster. So Cuomo's probably never looked better. The problem with him is that he's a corrupt guy and people know it. And he did some really dumb things during COVID as well.
Yeah, other than that, he's wonderful. Thank you, Ben Ferguson. Appreciate you joining us.